also grateful that this morning our governor and my brother John Simon went to pick me up at Nuku to bring me to be part of the team here to look after the camp and also to welcome our brothers and sisters who are going to be elected to come to join us in Wewak and Sepik. So in the presence of our president, Pangu Pati, the big family of Pangu Pati and National Alliance, and also our other related parties that are going to be with us, I'd like to first of all thank the people of Nuku for giving me back the mandate which I held for 2 terms and going towards the third term now. It was not easy. It was very difficult. Actually, in 2017 it was a bit okay for me. But despite the fact that we had a lot of projects going in the last 2 years or so, the election was not easy. It was really tough. And I must admit that while some other parties are claiming that Pangu Party is running around with money and using money to get people to elect, I think for the last few years that we've been in government, we've tried our best to look after the other members of parliament and look after all the electorates, regardless of which party. And we thought that the services and development that is taking place will be able to convince our voters to vote for us. But in fact, for Nuku, it didn't happen that way. It went opposite. And I think Maprik as well. There were a lot of things that members through the government had a lot of projects like Connect PNC program and many other programs. A lot more money is actually going down to the provinces and districts this time. Before the election, there was a lot more money going down, yet the people didn't actually vote for those services and development. I think this election, my experience in Nuku is that they didn't actually want to see the service and development. They probably wanted to see money in the hands. And I must admit that few parties who had money probably thought somewhere else to come in and play in the last minute, caught me by surprise. And as you would see my result, I actually didn't go up. There was no big gap. It was just a very good fight. 2 others gave me a very good fight to go all the way. And if you see the party lineup of those candidates after me, you would know where they're coming from. It's very clear. And so I think some people were really, putting a lot of money aside to really make sure that, Pangu Party and National Alliance, or those of us that were in the law, I would say, must have, planned ahead to see that, we don't come back. But I think the people have spoken, and I'd like to commend my people and also the rest of Papua New Guinea, the faithful voters who wanted to vote for leaders, not vote for money. That's what we need to really do. And what I hate in life is, and in politics, is to buy votes. I think it's a chronic disease that we must really remove from this country. When you talk about buying votes, it's already very clear in many parts of the country. Seeing the result of Sepik regional, I'm so grateful to the people of Sepik, and I'm almost seeing the trend of St. Michael. So I'd like to commend the people of Sepik. As I always say, so much big contrast with Sepik and Sepik in politics. So the people of Sepik have now also done the same through the result that is coming through our governor. Honorable Allan Bird, it's a big margin which is going to be declared soon. But in some electorates in Papua, and especially from Nuku, myself, I experienced they actually didn't see services and development and vote for. All the last minute, they've changed because of money and all that. And like I said, you don't have to go far. So long as you see the sponsors of the candidates who pulling me down, they almost got me down, you wouldn't know where they're coming from. Where they're coming from. But in any case, I'd like to thank God for everything that has happened, and we should now also make it clear that while everyone going on the social media saying that Pangu is going around with money and getting voters to vote for our candidates because of using money, I think that it's not true. We must make sure that we see where people are coming from in terms of where they're putting the money to. It's not really true that, because if it's true, then John Simon in Maverick would be re-elected. You see, if he had used money, he would have been re-elected. And why did Maverick, leave him? Because even though he's a ruling party, he's staying like one of the key Pangu Party ministers in cabinet, the strongman in the party, Pangu Party. But the people of Maverick didn't see that. Maybe they were expecting John Simon to give them a lot more money than someone else, and that's the truth, because I also feel it in Nuku. I almost lost it as well. But we should really look carefully at those other group of politicians or parties that are now going around using social media and claiming that Pangu is using money to win seats. That is not true. Because I just came out fresh from the election, and I would like to tell you that it is not true. We want to make sure that the people see the services and development and vote. They should not see money and vote. Because the worst thing for probably to happen is for us to start buying votes. That should not happen. But generally for Sepik, I'm proud and happy that people of Sepik are now just demonstrating that through our governor by the result that is showing. And I'd like to encourage the people of Sepik to continue to maintain that way of electing our leaders. So thank you very much. In the bigger picture for Pangu Party, we will make sure that we embrace our parties, partners that are together with us, National Alliance. Of course, one way or another, we are National Alliance ourselves anyway, Prime Minister himself, some of us, John Simon, we are part of the family ourselves, so it's not a new thing to us. While maybe the family is claiming that we are not a part of the Sumare family and all that, I think it's not fair to say that we have a lot of respect for our Grand Chief and the founder of the country. So, in the bigger picture for Pangu Party, I'll do my best and contribute. One of the reasons I told my voters in Nuku is that God knows that we still have a lot more to contribute to the country, and the mandate in Nuku is to make sure that we go in to support the Prime Minister, the whole of government, and see that we have a country to run, Connect PNG program and many others to empower the provinces, and down the line there's a lot more things to do, and Take Back PNG is the bigger agenda for us in the country. So I'd like to once again say thank you to my voters and the supporters, hardworking team that I have in Nuku, and also at the same time I'd like to thank the party, the Prime Minister, the Executive, all the support staff of Pangu Party, and the entire family of Pangu Party, right down to even the support from Sepik, and the Sepik as a whole, down to Nuku, and we, as two of us, and I think Solan also will also be declared soon. So in Sepik we are two, but in the total Sepik, like I said, we don't have any boundaries. We work together as Sepik. So I would like to say thank you and welcome our brothers and sisters that are coming from the other provinces in the region. I'd like to thank also my team, the entire election team in Nuku, the security team that made sure that we ran a very peaceful election in Nuku. Unlike some other districts, we didn't see. Unfortunately we saw ballot boxes and papers being burned and destroyed. In Nuku it didn't happen, and I think in the entire Sepik it didn't happen. So thank you very much for our team and the security team that made sure that the election was conducted peacefully. And I'd like to once again thank the bigger Pangu Party family, and I'll assure you that I'll work together with the Prime Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister and the team, and also the entire government, the government that we're going to put together. And I think it's most likely the Loloata team that will come together again, and we will, of course, what you call Panguna, we already say Panguna. Panguna is Pangu and National Alliance already here, starting in Wewak. So I pledge my support to this team and the government and on behalf of the people of Nuku. I'd like to also commend the Prime Minister and the entire Pangu Party family in terms of the support, and also the way we're seeing the results going through. And the bigger picture is to thank our supporters. They're believing in the party, they're believing in this team that is put together, and we'll see bigger things and greater things to happen for our country. And 5 years will be challenging for us, But once we have the experience and know-how, we'll be able to chart a new path and direction for the way forward for our country. And depending on the Prime Minister, where he puts some of us in the ministry, we'll be able to also contribute meaningfully to work in the executive government to support him and support the country. Thank you very much. This is where I stop, and thank you for welcoming me and for all the reception, and thank you for coming to take me out from the remote part of Sepik and to come to our central capital city of Sepik. Thank you, Governor Bird, and thank you, my brother, Don Samu, and our brother from Komo-Hulia. Thank you very much for being here to welcome me.